so much for my hoovering. Standard. How are we? Are we on? Are we live? Can you do the thing where I can see what's happening? Ranger, it's Friday night. Do you know what that means? Craft time. Ooh, craft time. Of course, I'm sure many people came last Friday and I wasn't there. And now, maybe they've all gone and got some other Friday night shenanigans happening. Oh.
Friday night craft session.
Yeah. We're just waiting for everything to load up here. It's a little bit slow on my end. Hopefully everything's all good with you guys. Hi everyone, it's Lesley here from Hungry Heffy Crafts, and I am here with another Come Craft With Me live crafty stream. First of all, must start by you saying hello?
Yeah. By
apologising that I wasn't here last week, but I have a really good reason why. I do. Come here, baby. Don't eat my microphone, okay? Hey, Grunty. Hey, everyone. This Grunty pig is not a pig. He's my puppy. And he's not too impressed about the fact that he should be sleeping. And I am keeping him out. Hey everybody. No, he's just too sleepy at the moment. And I thought that he might come and craft with us. I've got a little box at the bottom here so he can sleep, so he can like lie in it. But I think it's too hot in here because he is 90% foof. Aren't you, baby? So he gets really hot. So we'll just have to say hello. And if you probably hear his breathing, he's like, he's half asleep already. Aren't you? Put him in the middle. Oh, you putting him in there? Oh, baby, I am sorry. Come in here. Fluff from your blankie. Hey, everybody. Hey. Hey. Look up here, baby. Look up here. Look. We're looking at me because we've been practicing. Look at me, haven't we, baby? Hey, Ranger. Are you a crafting pooch? Are you a crafting pooch? Loving you. Aww. I'm sure that we will get more opportunities to craft with Ranger. But I think today... Oh, here we go. Oh, he's going to settle maybe. Today he's being a little bit shy. It's all still a bit new for him. So yeah. I wasn't here last week because we were off on our adventure to bring home this little cutie. Yeah. Move your floof down so people can see your eyes. I know. You want to craft tonight? What are we going to craft? Good boy. All right. Now, I can't see any comments at the moment. Let's see if we've got any. Oh, here we go. We've got Sarah Louise Baker here saying, he's gorgeous. You are gorgeous. Ruth says, I think you're obsessed. Yeah. Don't eat that, please. Yeah, I am. But the feeling is mutual. Get you a bone or something to chew on if you like. Too tired. And Merjam says...
Maria.
Maria did say that she was going to try and stay awake. All right. Why don't you put my camera back, Daddy? And then you two can go in and sleep or play computer games, whichever you prefer. Which one do you prefer? paw? You gonna do paw? We've been practicing our paw, but we're not really getting that one. But we're doing loads of other ones. All right, you're doing really well with your training. Boop.
Are you ready?
Go with Daddy. Oh, I love him so. Take him out in case he decides to be brave. Goodbye, my lovely. Goodbye. Oh. Let's centralize this little dude. Here we go. And get all focused for tonight's crafty session. Woo! So I think in the title it said crafting with Ranger. It looks like Ranger's not really up for crafting tonight. So we're just gonna have to wing it. And that's fine. All right, so I have some, a couple of ideas and things. I want to actually pull out some some alcohol inks, because I have seen a few projects that I was like, oh yeah, you know, whenever you see something and you realize, oh yeah, I've not done that in a while, I really want to do that again. So that's what I was thinking about. But of course, I don't know what I've done with my, oh, I think they're over here. Let me go and see if I can find them. I have a special kind of paper that I like to use when I'm doing my alcohol marker stuff. And it's paper that I actually got, hey Callie, I got on at a craft fair in the UK, probably like 15 years ago. And it says matte coated both sides. I'm pretty sure it was sold with like Adirondack inks and a brayer. So I don't know if that helps you figure out where it might be found. But it's nice and smooth. It says matte coated both sides, so it's definitely got this like coating on it. It's really pretty. I like it. I wanted to use a non-stick craft mat, but I really love the fact that this one's bright white, so I might actually just pull out one of my other little skanky ones that I don't care about whether it gets dirty or not. I'm sure I have one somewhere. I know I have one attached to a mat that I can use. So in case you are wondering, I will be taking requests, for want of a better word. If you have any ideas. Hey Mark, Mark says, what you making? I wanted to play with So I think that was the rookie mistake of Lesley not changing her batteries. Sorry, you guys. Amy says, I thought you were going to enjoy the crafting far too much to not to see your comments. Oh no. Can you hear me is the question that I want to know. You're back, yay! Fabulous. Let me hook this on. And hopefully the batteries on my receiver up here doesn't die as well. Okay. So I have sprinkled this with some blending solution. It gets it nice and sort of watery, I guess. So there's some liquid for this to move around on. Ooh, nice. And then what we can do is actually add some of the blending solution on. Absolute mess. So let's do a little bit first of all. It should be an orange. Ooh. Oh, okay. I think we need to dry it and then take it from there. So let's get my mousse. And I'm gonna mute you guys. So if you like, where are you? I am just muting myself so I can dry this. All right, so I have dried this. There's a little bit of shininess up here, but that's okay because let me just zoom back. Sign. All good. Yay for 20, yay. Oh, Mark says, can you do sand textures? Oh, that's a good request. Cool. Are those paw prints just arrived? Hey, yes. I actually do want to do a paw print now that you've said that. So let's see if we can. Not the problem, but the thing is with alcohol inks, it's kind of hard to. Yeah, that's not going to work the way I want it. That's fine. It's kind of hard to predict where things are going to go. It's a bit more free flowing. We might be able to make it work. Let's see. Ooh, this one's already been splotted. Craig must be on duty. So we've had Ranger since Saturday, and he's doing really well with house training and things. Obviously, it's a very slow process. But I'm really pleased with him. I love him so much. I really like this color combo. Ooh, too much. Oh, too much. Oh, that's not the right thing at all. Nice. Some more splotches of this one. I'm going to try and make this one run a bit. You can see there how it has actually mixed to create more of an orange tone on that corner. I have sticky fingers now. And where is my cloth? I've managed to spill some inside of my pink. So I'm just going to take some the blending solution, which pretty much acts as like an eraser. There we go. Clean that up a little bit. I do have a gold, but I think it's dead. It has a bit more like particles in it, and it doesn't age quite as well as the others. It looks green, essentially. I'm also going to clean up my embossing tool. There we go. I'm going to hit this with the heat tool really quickly, so hold on tight, you're going on mute. I am really enjoying that heat tool by Wow. It's got the 2 speed settings on it, and I think it's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. All right, so I want to layer these up on some colored cardstock. I never use colored cardstock, which is completely unacceptable. So I'm actually going to layer these up onto some colored cardstock. So let's grab my trimmer. And I'm going to do some top folding note cards. I cleaned my craft frame so Ranger could come in, and although he's not staying, I'm like, oh, my craft frame is so nice. I've not done any crafting since he's got here because, well, having a puppy is a bit like having a baby. I'm so tired. The first 2 days we decided to, oh my gosh, I just did that completely wrong. I'm such a sausage. We decided to do a, what am I trying to say? We decided to use puppy pads instead of taking him outside. Our original plan was we will start him out on the grass right from the get-go type of thing. 4 1/4, Lesley. Rather than doing puppy pads, but it was so rainy here at the weekend. It was like a proper storm, and we tried to go outside, and all like Craig and I were like, oh. So the poor pup who had never been outside before in his life was like, what the heck is this? So we did puppy pads for the first 2 days, and we in the middle of the night he woke up crying because he had done a poo. And then what we're trying to do now is actually be proactive. and basically come down every 2 hours to wake him up and take him out for a wee, and then he can go back to sleep again. And he's doing a really good job. Oh, this is still sticky. But it does mean that I have a 2 a.m. alarm, a 4 a.m. alarm, and a 6 a.m. alarm. And now he has actually gotten to the point where he knows why we're there. So we'll go outside and he will do a wee, and then we come straight back inside, which makes me so proud, and also means that I can go to bed like straight away afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to trim off 1/2 inch on both sides, and what I'm going to do this time, because I wasn't sensible enough the first time, is so this should be 5 1/2, 5 1/4. I'm going to take it off of this end actually. I'm going to put this in here because my alcohol ink is still a little tacky. I've got a little bit of pink in there. Can you see it? Don't think you can see it. I'll clean it up. Clean it up later. So somebody said, what paper are you using? I have this paper here, which I've had in my stash for many, many years. It doesn't have a brand on it. It says 50 white postcards, matte coated both sides, $3.49, and it came from a craft fair. So unfortunately, I am of zero use to you in the fact that you want to find the name of it, because I don't know the name of it, I'm afraid. Nice. I wish I knew the name of it, because I would buy some more. I would actually stock them in the Heffy Doodle store as well, because every time I use this paper for alcohol ink, alcohol marker just rolls off my tongue. Every time I use it for alcohol ink, everyone asks, "Oh, where is it? And where can I get some?" I have to sheepishly go, "I'm so sorry. My paper is not trimmed properly." Oh, it is. Yes. Aha. So, Aunt Max, hold on. Marjoline says, just popping in for a second, having a busy evening because it's my son's 18th birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, whoop whoop. That's exciting. This is super sticky. Happy birthday to your son, who is not Kenrick, because he is not 18 yet. Gosh, can you imagine? So I accidentally trimmed this too narrow, which means we are at 4 inches instead of 4 1/4. So I'm going to trim this down to 3 3/4. Three 3/4 like this. Put that in there. And then we want 5 1/4. I think I'll go for this side. And for those who've just joined me, I'm putting a piece of paper in here because it's still a little bit tacky and I don't want my acrylic holder thing to get covered, well, to get any more covered in alcohol ink. Woohoo! Oh, Aunt Max has reminded me of something which I'm so rubbish. it was probably before Christmas that I decided that I needed to stock 8.5 by 11 cardstock in the Heffy Doodle store. So I had to do a lot of research and a lot of sampling, and it's not easy to get 8.5 and 11 cardstock in the UK because people don't sell and don't make it in that size. So I have done the hard work, and I have actually got 8.5 and 11 cardstock coming to the Heffy Doodle store, and they're not in the store yet because I need to create names for them. And I had said somewhere along the line that what I really want to do is get the Heffy Doodlers in the Facebook group to help me come up with names for my cardstock. So this is actually one of the colours. And in an ideal world, I think I'd really like food names. So maybe that'll give you something to go on. So keep your eye open on the Heffy Doodlers Facebook page, because that's what's going to happen eventually. And now that I've mentioned it more publicly to you guys, I'll have to stick to it. Unfortunately, there's not been an awful lot of work done this last week. What with my new baby in the house. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, where have I got all my stash of things? I've got this from Taylor Expressions. I haven't used that one yet. And got some other bits and pieces. More like coffee and stuff for this one. I think, or we could do a little bit of stamp roulette. I know you guys love stamp roulette, and these ones still haven't made their way into any sort of packaging yet either. Why don't we use some of these guys, because I really love them. Paniel says, I love your ranger. He's so adorable. Yes, puppies are definitely like babies. Totally life-changing. He is such a good pup. Joy Moody's here. Hey, Joy. How are ya? Totally in love with the blue tape. Woo, me too. I loved it as well. But I am biased, of course. Let's see. Shall we go for a koala? We've already done, what did I do? A kitty and a dog and a fox. What should we do? Yael says, I'm going to another craft show in Birmingham this month. Ooh. Lesley, my favorite color is blue and card. Oh, my favorite color is blue and red card. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, and yes, says, saw you on scrapbook.com for tutorials. I know. Oh, I'm so excited that they're up. I did notice they spelled my name wrong. I need to message them and be like, psst, my name's spelled E-Y. Everyone, I think a lot of people in America, a lot of the ladies way is spelled Leslie, whereas over here, Leslie is very much the man way. Maybe Lesley isn't very much a man's name in the States. Is it? Answer. Write your comment below if my assumption is completely wrong. I'm so glad that they all worked out right. I was totally hyper that day. I'd never have guessed. And you never really know what way they're going to turn out until, you know, it's done. This little rhino is adorbs. I hate that when my name is spelled Lesley. Yeah. You get used to it. I used to get really annoyed by it with UK people because I think it's really quite obvious that there's like a man's way and a lady's way. But my biggest problem was my sister's called Lindsay, and for some reason Lindsay and Lesley, people just mix them up all the time. So I went to a school that my sister did not go to, and nobody knew that I had a sister called Lindsay, but I would get called Lindsay all the time and it drove me nuts. I was like, no, my name is Lesley. Lesley is the male spelling. Yeah, that's what I think. But anyway, but then now that I know the fact that lots of people in America, like there isn't that kind of thing. Okay, a little W1 to start off with there, and I'm going to darken up with a little W3. And it says, Lesley here in the US. Lesley here. Oh, that's the other thing. This is me going to be oversharing. A lot of things I've noticed is that in the US, people say Lesley with a S, whereas I prefer Lesley with a Z in the middle, and that all comes back to the male way being Lesley. I would be shortened to Les, whereas for me, I was shortened to Les, L-E-Z. But like everything in life, it really doesn't matter. Okay, W3. And I'm going to blend that out with a little W1. The warm greys are great for a koala bear, aren't they though? If you've never played with any alcohol markers, I recommend getting warm greys, cool greys, and a couple of browns. And you will go far. So cute. Now my trouble's going to be greens because all my greens are dead. Grab some of my tri-blend. And if you guys had a chance to try these out yet, I'm loving them. C9. Elle says, my dad was Lesley with an I, and I'm Lesley with a Y. There you go. C, I'm looking for some C's. But they've all gone on a vacation. Oh, he's so cute. Let me zoom you guys in. Can you see him there? I think he's looking lovely. Let's go for this one guy. He's gonna be a cool gray kind of dude. And we're gonna start off with some C3. And C1 to blend that out. Yeah, so it was more the fact that I got called Lindsay, which really annoyed me. Only because that's my sister and we didn't get on. We do now, of course, but back then it was like, don't confuse me with my sister. Oh, you're so lovely, little guy. I think these grey tones are going to really complement the bright, vibrant tones of the background, don't you think? Brina says, cardstock naming idea, mainly due to where you live, but Harry Potter colours. Sunshine Daisy, Buttercup Mellow. Turn this, the fat rat yellow. Ron spell to turn pedigree into yellow rat. I love it. You'll need to wait first of all and see what the colours are though. So we're going to be, like, most of you in the States are probably gonna, it's not gonna really matter because I imagine you'll probably just get your cardstock from somewhere over there. But for people in the UK and in Europe, where it is much harder to come across. 8.5 by 11. Yeah, baby. It's gonna be so cool. Mark said, I made a glass paper butterfly using glossy accents and coloured it in with, oh, that sounds really cool. That's cool. These are super cute animals. And I'm afraid you're going to have to wait as I fussy cut them because I don't have the dies. I'm usually quite quick. Riri's here. How is Ranger? What are you making today? Ranger is doing really, really well. So I was telling everybody that we're proactively waking him up to take him out to do a wee, which is good because he then goes back to sleep like straight away. Yes. Whereas if he wakes up himself and has a little cry, then he's a bit more awake. And the first few nights we'd take him outside and he's like, what are you doing? It's cold out here. Whereas now, he knows why we're there. He knows that his job is to empty his bladder. So it's super quick. And then today, I am so thrilled about this. So we have got, as you come out the back door, here, boop, we've got like an area of decking, and then there's a little step up, and then there's grass. So we were just taking him out and lifting him, putting him on the grass. And we would have to then lift him and carry him in. But he's so fluffy, and he gets soaking wet. Anyway, today he learned how to walk down the step. It's so cute. And so he walks down the step now. So if I still have to lift him out and put him on the grass, but if I walk in, he comes into the house. So I'm predicting that hopefully it won't be too long where I can just open the door and go do a wee wee, and he goes to the grass, does it, and then come back, and I don't have to get wet at all. I would really, really appreciate that. Of course, if he does a poo, I have to go out and pick it up anyway. Part of the job. Part of being a responsible pet owner. I really don't care. Actually, Piper said a few weeks ago, she said, Mom, can I tell you a secret? I was like, yeah, what's wrong, honey? She was like, I hope you're not going to be mad. No, what is it, honey? She said, I'm not going to pick up any poo. And I said, That's okay. Really? Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I feel so much better now. And I was laughing my head off. I thought it was hilarious. All right, look at these little guys. So we have a cute little koala and a little hippo. No, a hippo, a rhino. So, sentiments. And I feel like we need to give this guy something to ground him. And then maybe a sentiment strip. I thought this would be cute to use as a sentiment strip. We can get a nice skinny sentiment to go on here. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Actually, what about Big Bug Hugs? Has got a like leaves, but in the shape of hearts, which would be cute. This, I know it's not exactly a eucalyptus plant or anything, but I think we can use that. With a little piece of cardstock from somewhere. And here it says Lindsay or Lindsay, Lindsey or Lindsay. So here's another thing. She is Lindsey. And once again, I think over here, AY is more popular for the male spelling of the name Lindsay. But then she always wanted to be Linzi or Lindzi, something like that. I don't know why, but yeah, she always wanted to be spelled like that. So she just like created her own email address, Linzi. Like, that's not your name, girl. You can't argue with your sister though. So this is from the Heffy Doodle Big Bug Hugs stamp set. And hopefully it's not going to be too dark against our background. Yael says, I always got called Jackie, my big sister. I know. And the thing is, my dad is Robert, my brothers is Russell and Roger. All ours, and then my mum is Joy, so that's kind of like the odd one out, and then myself, Lindsay and Lesley. So every time a piece of mail came addressed that didn't say Lindsay or Lesley, it just had the initial L, then of course she would open it, even though she would know it wasn't for her. Because when I was growing up, it was all about pen pals. Pen pals, a thing of the past, I am sure. And I had a French pen pal, and also one of my school friends moved away. Her dad was a minister, and they moved just in another part of Northern Ireland. And so we would write letters like every week. And I'm very happy to say I'm still very close friends with her. As Ruth knows, because I'd seen Ruth here earlier on the show. Ruth says, I can see Piper with her serious face on when she was telling you that. So then the funny thing is that Craig went out with Ranger and he had gone potty. And I can't remember what happened. I think he picked up Ranger to go and deal with something or maybe he was wet and he was like, I need to go find a towel, holding the pup. And Piper ran out with a poo bag and picked it up. And she said to me, this, I hope nobody's eating their lunch, I'm so sorry. She was like, you didn't tell me you can feel it through the bag. I was like, oh. And then, so she was all proud of herself that she picked up the poo. And I was very proud of her as well. So then she decided that she was going to do poo pickup duty all the time because Mommy and Daddy were so proud of her. She's such an idiot. I love her. It is her birthday next weekend. So we went and we picked out a bike for her. And she has a little bike, but it was too little, essentially. So now she has a more size appropriate one and she'll be a happy little girl. Ruth says, I just bought the stitched letter die set. Can't wait for it. Woohoo. We should have used that on these. That would have been fun. You'd see the pink cardstock coming in behind. Maybe we could just stick it on top. I love my stitched alphabeters. All right, let's die cut these out. It's going to be more challenging this next coming week because Craig goes off skiing tomorrow. So it's just going to be Piper and I and Ranger and Fiskars. So the school run and all that kind of jazz is going to be fun. Normally we very much tag team it. And without Craig here, I'm hoping that she's going to be very cooperative. I think bribery may be involved. Mark says, I like to be called Mark, not Marky. Yeah, one of my good friends, Nick, his pet peeve is being called Nicky. And Piper knows this. It's Piper's godfather. And whenever she's being a little punk, she'll be like, let's call Uncle Nicky. And winds him up. Such a little punk. Okay, I'm loving it, I'm loving it. I'm going to trim this one down so that it's just a little bit different all at once. And then I'm going to get another kind of leaf shape of some sort. He's so cute. What other leaf shapes do we have? Is there any in the Oceans of Love? No, I don't think I've got leaves in that. Leaves even. We've got like proper leaves in my Hootiful set. Oh, by the way, we've got some stuff back in stock in the store. You might not care, but I'll tell you anyway. The What You Saying set has been out forever. And also the Everyday Sentiment Duos. They're back in stock, baby. Woohoo. All right. Maybe this one? from You Are Sublime. Ooh, baby, you're sublime, you blow my mind. You're welcome. Let me see. I love fussy cutting. Can you distress around the edges of the picture? Ooh, yeah, possibly. Getting Heffy little goodies is always fun, says Ruth. I'm glad you think that. And Rhiannon, I saw that you got a massive haul of Heffy Doodle goodies. I saw that on your Instagram. Being splurging. Good for you. You deserve it. Wasn't there a website where we got pen pals from? No. I don't remember that. I barely had a computer when I was in like secondary school or whatever. Still remember the old dial-up connection. I am pen pals with my granddaughters who live in an adjacent state. That's lovely. I like that. Especially when we live in a world these days where like it's just so easy to phone people. And as much as I love that, like I actually much prefer a video chat over a phone chat, as some of you might know. I'm more likely just to phone you and FaceTime you, Facebook Messenger video, mostly because I hate typing on a stupid phone. I actually pretty much hate my phone because it's just usually going nuts all the time. And I feel like I can talk to your face and actually enjoy this conversation, but if I'm doing this, I'm not going to enjoy my conversation. There you go, you're learning a lot about me tonight. I'm a fussy pants. Ruth says, I don't normally share my designs unless they are super awesome. Ruth, everybody has to learn and have to start somewhere, and you know what? You just need to do it. Where did my Heffy memo tape go? Isn't it like International Women's Day or something today? I saw something on Facebook that said the world will be a much better place if all women treated each other the way that they do when they're drunk and they meet other women in bathrooms. And I was like, yeah, that's very true. Okay, so I'm brainstorming in advance here because Mark wants sand textures. So we need to do something, maybe a beach or something afterwards. Thoughts? You should share them. We are always our own worst critic. Absolutely. I think the last one was a Christmas card I made in Lesley's craft room. Did we do it live? I can't even remember. This little guy, I am all about him. He is so freaking cute, dude. I am loving him. Let me trim these ones down. Maybe we can hide them a little bit. Oh, he's so lovely. Okay, we need a sentiment. Lesley, bring back Ruth to the stream. Ruth, you have to come visit again. Ruth was actually just talking about visiting me. Range will be more settled in your routine by next week, so it should be a bit easier. Although night duty might be a bit exhausting. That's true. That's true. Lesley, you're using your baby blue machine? I am. I love him, actually. Receiving a letter is pretty vintage. Time for it to come back into fashion. Yes. Agreed. Right, I need a sentiment that is going to work. So something that's quite small. I mean, like skinny. What if we do something like just wanted to say, and then we could put like thanks underneath it or something? And we can do something different for the other one. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my new Wow embossing powders for this. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I am. Oh, thanks a bunch. That's a great idea. Do I have a bunch? Probably not. I never have the sentiment I want. I know that the thank us a bunch is a sentiment in the... Isn't it in the Lawn Fun Monkey one? Oh, I should have got that one. Oh! There is a upcoming collaboration with Chibitronics and Lawn Fawn. So I had to pick a Lawn Fawn stamp set to use for the collaboration. And I'm like, how do you choose? Like, I want them all. I either want them all or I've got them all. Opaque, bright, white, super fine. That is the one that we want. All right. Heard good things about these embossing powders. Let's test them out, baby. I forgot that it flips it on that one. I like it. Lovely, huh? Mm-hmm. Yep, 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 yep. I think I might actually get rid of my other ones. So if we're gonna just want to say, then we probably want to move this up a little bit. Now I need to reassemble everything again. Per planning. Get the bigger one in there. Something like that. Now I'm going to pull out my Go Press and Foil. No, not Go Press and Foil. Press and Seal. Yeah. That Maria kindly gifted me. Ooh. Yay. And we can stick some of this down. So the furthest back ones, I'm just going to go ahead and add. Ooh, this does not want to work today. Come on, baby, you can do it. It's coming now. All right, let's try that so far. It was about here, wasn't it? Mark says, right, pen pals in the States. I can't even like keep on top of the things that I really, really need to do, let alone like writing to pen pals. As many of my like real life friends will tell you, I'm rubbish at keeping in touch. I barely even respond on like text messages and things. My shiny paperback here is not being keen on my glue pen, so I shall upgrade a little. My mum has to be like, Lesley. Actually, like she knows. You just phone me. Just phone me. It's pretty bad. I'm awful. Yael says, I have been avoiding... What? I've been avoiding buying an anti-static pouch for embossing, but I have one on the way. No way. Oh my gosh. Like... No. No. I remember having some people at when I worked in a craft shop, people would say, oh, is there another way to do heat embossing that I don't have to buy the tool? I'm like, well, you can, there's ways you can like hold it over a toaster and all that malarkey. And they're like, oh, okay, do that. And then, yeah, it is possible, but it's also going to kill the joy of it. So with an embossing buddy thing, it's like the best thing. I've completely messed this up now. Is it something like this? And I'm just gonna take it apart and do it again. So you're gonna go like here. Let's put some foam pads on you so that I know where you're going. Or at least I can try and make a plan. Let's try and make a plan for that. All right, so you're gonna go like here. You're so pretty though. That's what I've been telling Ranger all week. If you are in a similar way and you're like, I don't want to spend money on a powder tool, just get yourself a little dish or a little plate or anything a jam jar, and put some powder in it, like baby powder, bicarbonate of soda. It doesn't matter as long as it is a powder. And then use like a makeup brush or something like soft in that respect. And then just apply it with a brush. You're really going to notice a big difference. Does press and seal have sticky stuff on one side? Never used it before, not sure if I can get it in Australia either. So, I mean, when you do this, it doesn't feel sticky, but if you push it, then it does. It's like, whoa, magic! If you look really close, I think there's like tiny particles of something that whenever you smoosh it, it becomes tacky is, I guess, a better word for it rather than actually sticky. In my opinion. Mark says he likes the monkey stamp. We're gonna have a monkey at the beach. Oops, I'm dropping things everywhere. Just wanted to say, it's going to go here, and one is going to go down under this, I think. Maybe what we'll do is trim this a little bit in the middle. Which will allow us to push some of this up a little bit like this. See? And then we have a little bit of dimension. Put a bit of glue there. And I've dropped my foam pads. Oops. Where did my other dark green one go? Oh, it's in there. Did I only stamp two? Did I only colour two? Probably. I'm a bit silly like that. Oh, I stamped another one. It didn't come out perfect. But that's okay. Nancy says, I keep a bottle of baby powder at the craft desk at all times because my EK success tool never works well. Really? It doesn't work well? That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I just don't like the smell of it. As you guys know, I complain about it often enough. Oh my gosh, my coaster just fell. Hope this isn't going to turn into that. Do you remember that craft stream that I had and I dropped like 20 things? It was ridiculous. Press and seal was invented by Jennifer Maguire's husband. Yes, and like a team of people, I think. But yes, it was. Is it talc in the talc in the pouch? It is like a talc in the. Actually, I don't know whether it's talc in the pouch. It could just be baking soda or something. I don't know. It doesn't have a scent though. But the one that is in the EK Success one, this one, it is talc, and it is a very heavily scented, cheap talc, in my opinion. Anyway. So let's see. We have got. I wanted to do a little bit down here, I think. Although I might not see this one whenever we put thanks down here. You just tidy up that bit that didn't stamp properly. Good old memento marker. Saving stamp mistakes since 2002. I'm just making it up. What's its main purpose, for crafty people or something else? It's for, yeah, instead of using like cellophane, then it's a lot more manageable than like cellophane. I do believe. I'm going to darken this guy up so I've got a different color happening on this end. And I'm going to trim down. Nice. I'm going to put a 1mm one there and a 2mm one on the other end at the top. Kind of like this. I'm going to stick him down now before he moves around. Nancy says, EK Success smells like baby powder. Mine is like that too, but I whack the bottom of it with my hand. It comes out. Oh. The bristles are all chewed up with the powder. Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen, I think it was Crystals. I went to Crystals and her bristles are like down to a nubbin. But I assume maybe she was like really heavy handed on it. Whereas I kind of hold the bristles like this rather than pushing down on them. It's a great little tool. I just hate the smell of the thing, as you know. I feel like I want to put this in here and raise it up at the side. And then we could actually put the word thanks on the inside. Or it could be hello, hello, you fool, I love you. Do, 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 do. Join the giant. I love it. Love your videos, love the look of the cow, Lesley. What do you think of this little guy? I think he's so cute. Now, as with all little critters, I like to finish them off with a bit of glaze pen on their eyes. I always panic though, because if I touch it then it smudges. So the glaze pen kind of dries 3D and glazed, so you get that automatic like shiny eye look. I think it's really pretty, don't you? Is that tissue paper, says Mark? I'm not sure what you saw. Is it this? Is a wipey, baby wipe. Okay, so we just want to say something. And this, guys, let's put some words on this one. Let's put some text. What's this guy gonna say? If you were a rhino, what would you say? That's what I want to know. You tell me while I tidy up some stuff. You and Rhino. Oh, hold on. I'll give it a try and let you know how I get on. At the moment, it seems a gimmick, but I'll put it to the test. It says yells, yells. The powder thing. The results you'll get with by using some sort of a powder will be much cleaner than without. Because it's science, dude, it's science. What happens is all the moisture from our hands gets onto your card, and then the powder sticks to anything that's got moisture on it. So the powder, just like baby powder, when you put it on a little baby's butt, it soaks up the moisture and makes it nice and smooth. So that's it. Nancy says, please pet me, I need love too. That's kind of sad. I'm going to put my alcohol inks away. I need love too. Actually, there's little sentiments in here. Hello friend, happy birthday, big hugs. Thank you. You're kind of cute. I'm a unicorn, right? Well, we wanted to I wanted to use the alphabeters. You and Rhino that you're pretty amazing, as in you and I know. I get it now, but it wasn't strong. This is pretty much how most of my card making, stamp making escapades go. Is like, is it obvious that what I'm trying to say, or is the pun just not quite there? I wonder if we could get I'm a unicorn right. I'm a I see oh, it might fit. We could go sideways, I suppose. Or if we do this, we need to make his horn like glittered. N, unicorn. I'm a unicorn. Promise. Should we do it? Let's go for some white foam. Is white foam gonna be, is there enough white foam living up here in this? Up in this area. And the good news is I can use my baby blue. So this, oops, sorry guys. This is some craft foam from Hobby Craft, so cheap and cheerful craft shop craft foam. And it is self-adhesive, so the back of it has got a release paper on it, so it's adhesive on one side. There we go. Yael says, why are unicorns popular? It just happens. It's funny that like by some magic reason, maybe the magic comes from the unicorns, I don't know. By some magic reason, for like, and nobody knows why, stamp companies have like similar ideas at similar times. So we have our Super Dude set, and we have the Rescue Dog set. I don't know if you've seen it, which is an exclusive set. And we showcased it at Creativation. And then when I got home from Creativation, MFT had Super Dogs and Super Cats. There is no way they could have saw mine and manufactured their own. Like, why would they even do that? That's silly. So like we just had the same idea. I don't know how it happens. Make the words a shaker. That's fun. It's too late. We're already committed to this. We're already in this one because I want to move over and do the sand textures for Mark as well. So, although that would have been very cute, and lots of glittery stuff. So it is a top folding note card, so we could turn it to the side. Not really done very many of those before. What if we did something like, I'm just a unique unicorn or a weird unicorn? That'd be fun. See, oh, where did my R go? I'm pretty sure I saw it a second ago. Oh, there he is. Oh. So we need another N and another I. I feel now my kids are all grown up that I'm missing out. Do you only make cards for your kids? Nancy says, I'm a grown woman, I like unicorns. For sure, that's where I was going. Come on, baby. Why are you not going in? Snuck on me, haven't you? My eye has moved. There we go. Nice. I'm a unicorn. Or maybe it should be, I'm the original unicorn. What do you think, guys? Let me know. Do we want, I'm a unicorn, right? Bearing in mind I don't have a question mark. Or I'm just a weird unicorn. I'm just an original unicorn. I'm the original unicorn. What's your thoughts? I'm going to turn around this way, see what we think. I'm a unicorn. I'm a rhinocorn. I like that. It's going to be too long to fit though, Riri. The original unicorn. We like the original unicorn. Let's see if we can cut out some letters. If we don't use it, it doesn't matter. Boop. G I-N A-L. Oh, sorry guys. Didn't realize I might have shot. I'm a unicorn. Really? I'm a unicorn, really? I wish we had like enough letters and space to do like I'm a unicorn on the inside. And in fact, there is a unicorn. Which is funny. Come on. There we go. My daughter, who is growing up, has quite a unicorn collection and a set of unicorn dishes. Wow, that's awesome. I'm jealous. It has wings though, so it's a Pegasus. Actually, I'll have you know, it's an alicorn because my child watched a lot of My Little Pony in her day, and you have a land pony, which is really strong, like Applejack, and then you have Pegasus, which has wings and they can fly, and then you've got the unicorns like Rarity, but if you have a horn and you have wings, then you're an alicorn. Ta-da! Yeah. The imagination expands outside the boundary. It's a good thing. There you go. Oh, I need to do the word the. I think the original unicorn sounds better. Does it? The original, or I'm a, or am, technically. I'm an original unicorn, or I'm the original unicorn. Place your bets. Or I-G-A-N. Oh no, I-N. How do you spell original? I'm going to look at your comments. I-N. Oh, it's over here. That's why. I obviously did know. Oh, won't you fit? I think we're gonna have to go this way, guys. A boo. I didn't want to go that way. T H E. Okay, lots of votes for original, so let's go for that one. Yes, 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 yes. So the great thing about using foam that has got the release paper on the back is not only is it easier to stick, but also it stops the foam from stretching, and foam will stretch. So if you buy foam at like the dollar store and you don't get the results that other people get, it's because there's like different types of foam. Surprise, surprise. I like it. So this is going to help me kind of figure out where I want to start sticking things. Lesley glue that is. Yes, I'm going to cover them in glossy accents. And then we're going to sprinkle some glitter on them. And it's going to be beautiful and magical. I don't have an apostrophe either, but c'est la vie. Where's the puppy? Craig's on mommy duty. Yeah. He is. Like here, we think. To be fair, puppy is like wiped out. He has had a long day. I think puppy's just, Jasper was the same when he was here. Like come 8 o'clock, he was like, oh, I am done. I would just sleep. Must be a puppy thing. We got up this morning. I've been putting him in a bag and taking him on the school run. Because I knew that Craig wasn't going to be here next week. So I thought, well, we'll kind of get him used to it today. And we went yesterday as well. Yesterday and today, and see how he is, because next week he's going to have to come with me. And he was great. He really was. And then this afternoon we decided to go for another walk in my bag. And we went to go see the geese, because there's geese that live quite near us, and they're frequently walking out across the road and stuff. So we went to go and see the geese, and we went up to the little lake pond thing, and they were quite far away, but two came over and like swam close to us, and he was just like, what is that? They didn't get out of the water though, so he didn't really get to interact with them, but he was in his bag anyway until he gets his last jabs. Candy Vanderwerf's here. Hey ladies and gentlemen, I know it's International Women's Day and all that. Just got home from a day in teaching, putting my room in order after a week away. Oh yeah. When you've been away, it's like you're exhausted and then you come home and you're like, oh yeah, I left a mess here. Oh, awful. Spell correcting you to put an N. I'm not using the N, I'm using the word the. I'm the original unicorn. I'm a original unicorn sounds better with I'm an original unicorn. Says Ruby. I think I'm the original unicorn because unicorns have been so popular. This little guy is like, dude, yeah, well, I actually exist. Although, how do we know that unicorns don't, right? Feel like we need a exclamation mark, although if I don't have an apostrophe up there, we probably shouldn't. I'm the original unicorn. It was book week this week at school. For some crazy reason, our school decided that the dress up day should be rolled out of dress up day instead of like generic book dress up day. So my original plan was to borrow a gangster granny outfit, costume even, and then, but he's not rolled out. So, wow, there we go then. So I said to Piper, because it was late when we found out, and I think it was like, you've literally got tonight from like 4 p.m. till bedtime to put together a costume. She did brilliantly. She did it all herself. She asked me to help with some bits and pieces, which of course I did. She wanted me to print a fox mask. So I did it. Of course I did it wrong. I sent her off to bed and I printed her a fox mask. And I printed the outline on like orange cardstock and then white cardstock, and then I layered it together and cut holes and put pink cardstock in the ears. Apparently I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to do one that she could colour in. So early in the morning, quick. Had to sort that out. Okay, I'm gonna have a little look at what glitters I have for sprinkle-atudes. Sprinkle-atudes. And I think I'm actually going to use the Nouveau Crystal Glaze. I'm not sure if I'm going to regret this. Because I think it comes out quicker than the Glossy Accents. And I've got quite a lot of glitters to do. All the glitter! Okay, so I do have more, but I think I'm going to go for the pink because it'll help with the pink on the rest of it. So let's try this out, guys. Let's try this out. Yeah, it's going really fast, so that's good. I have not used this enough, I have decided. Much faster application compared to Glossy Accents. So far, it is like a brand new bottle though, because although I've had it for months, I've not really used it. It's a problem when you do, like, I convince myself that if I'm going to place an order, I'm going to make it worth my while. And I spend like $50 or something on stuff. Nouveau Crystal Glaze. And I'm loving it. In case that you've just joined, I wanted to mention the fact that over on YouTube, on scrapbook.com's YouTube, whenever I went over to the US for Creativation, I flew over earlier and I did some videos at scrapbook.com. They've just gone live. They've been edited by the wonderful Donald. Wish you could edit all my videos. And when you go there, you'll be like, is that Lesley? That's what happens whenever Lesley actually puts on makeup and curls her hair. Like, makes an effort. Instead of Friday night, I'm so exhausted from working all week, but I really want to craft. I'm just going to go au natural. That's what you guys get. You don't mind, right? I don't wear makeup on Thursday. This is lovely, this lush. Hopefully it's not going to start drying too quickly. Okay, I'm not going to do his head just yet, his horn just yet, I mean. I'm going to use a little piece of scratch cardstock here and empty out some glitter, and then use a strip of cardstock to pick some up and apply as best I can. I don't want it to be like overwhelming. Tap, 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 tap. That is the song of the glitterer. We see the true Lesley. Yeah. How could you not love Lesley? Oh, thanks. I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't love me, but I always say what other people think of me is none of my business. If any of you have made YouTube videos, you have to kind of learn that pretty quickly, because I remember we would have, I would do my YouTube video and I would do edited ones, it wasn't even my face, and then I would spend all the time editing it, And then I would, I'm also going to put some of this iridescent one on, and then I would upload my video, and you would sit for it to wait to upload, and it would take forever and a day, and then you would upload it, and it was literally up for like a second, like 5 seconds, and somebody would click thumbs down, and you're like, you haven't even watched the video. And unfortunately, the world we live in, it's just the way it is. There's trolls out there, and not the good kind, you know, with the hair or the singing and Frozen. He's a bit of a fixer-upper. He got a few flaws. Okay, so it looks a little bit over glittered at the moment. I am aware. But it's not going to, well, the plan is, it's not going to stick to the background, but I want to make sure it has a little chance to dry before I go adventuring with that. So my only concern is his horny corn. So I might just actually give him a little bit of glitter with my glitter pen. And I'm going to leave this to dry, because if I don't put it somewhere out of my way, you guys know the drill. It's up there on my piece of wood. That sounds random, but so be it. All right. Quick tidy up. Flex arrangement. By the way, I don't see no one. Better fix her up by my push card to show. You need that spray nozzle glitter tool thing, whatever it's called. Oh yeah, do you know, I have a thing that was for my camera, and it has like a little poofer, and it's got a brush on the end, and I actually thought, oh, that'd be good for glitter. Obviously, it's supposed to be for removing fine pieces of particles rather than spraying them. So if I make the commitment to actually use it for that, then I probably can never use it for my camera. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Lesley! Yay, thanks very much. There ain't no poppies. I don't know what that is. I don't understand people. Oh, puppies that. I get you. I get you. Very true. I don't understand people who thumbs down. Don't feel like it's necessary. No, it's not. It's just people. I can only imagine that they have something going on with their lives and they're not. They just want to be mean. So I'm sad for them. You like the E.T. movie? Yeah. Wait, that's not got anything sandy in it, Mark. Got sticky fingers. Okay, so we could have something like underwater with some sand in it. We could have like a beach. A beach would be fun. Let's do a beach. We do a beach. What have we got? Let me put some of this. We could use this little guy on our beach. We could use, what could we use on our beach? He's a bit of a fix. Oh, that song's in my head. I blame all of you. Just gonna have a little mooch through my stamps here. I've got a turtle. Oh, actually, I was gonna say I've got my celebrate. I don't know whether he's more of a sea turtle or a land turtle, bugs at the YouTube should take the thumbs down button away. Instagram only has a thumbs up. That's a great idea. Who never thought of that before? All right, let's see. What if we did a card that, oh, I think my boy's out for a pee-pee. What if we did a card that had maybe like a circle here and then a beachy bit and maybe a like palm tree kind of thing going on and some sort of critter. I don't know what kind of critter. Maybe a crabby guy. Maybe we could do some clouds about. What do you think, guys? What should we do? Let me get some, I want my palm trees on the go. I'm going to use actually the trees from Dino Time, which I think would be fun. Two crabs mirror stamping. Oh, cool. Actually, I'm going to use some Clairefontaine and do some distress blending. And I'm going to try a little bit of Nina Bonina. Nina. Nancy says, do you draw the characters for your stamp set yourself? Yes, I do. I actually had someone contact me this week and they were in charge of a magazine and they were like, we'd like to have your stamps included as like free with our magazine. And I was like, okay. He said, it doesn't cost you anything, it just you know, you get editorial, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't cost me anything, but the time to draw the images. And unfortunately, time is my biggest enemy because I do all of the things. Is that too minty? Like, packing the stamps, packing the orders, invoicing, chasing for money, da 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 da. And that's just life. That's being a one-man band small business. I don't think people sometimes realize that I am not a big, you know, multi-person entity. It is moi. I was going to say it's me and me alone, but technically Craig helps with IT stuff when he can. When I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. He's a great help. Zoom out so you've got a little bit more room happening. But he's got a full-time job. He's got his own business happening. Nice. What is your background? Did you get a degree in craftiness? No. No. I studied French and religious studies at university. And I did work in a craft shop for a little bit while I was at university. I don't think that really counts though. And then I worked for a serviced office company for many years. There you go. I wish I could draw like you, Lesley. I can't create anything. Well, the thing is, I think we all can draw. It's whether you're kind of happy with your drawings. Does that make sense? But also I think that it's like anything, like everybody has the potential, I think, to like learn a new language. Will it be hard? Yeah. Will you have to practice? Yeah. You know, it's like learning the piano or something. Other people can do it, but it's not like they woke up one day and they're like, I can sing perfectly, I can play piano and guitar. Like, that's not how it works, I don't think. Certainly not my experience. You have to work hard at it, you have to practice. And, you know, ever since I was a kid, I enjoyed drawing. If you enjoy something, you do it just for fun. Like crafting, right? If you enjoy it, you just do it for fun. And then before you know it, people are like, oh, you're really good. And I'm like, really? Am I? Because this is just me playing around. And Craig's like, you need to turn that into a stamp. And I'm like, no, it's just a little doodle. Anyway, I was telling you about this guy who was like, we want to put your stuff on in the magazine. And I was like, And then I said about the fact that I just don't have the time to spend time drawing something that's not going to be part of my catalogue. And then he said, well, that's okay. What we can do is you can have an idea, and then we've got a team of people who will draw it in your style. And I was like, okay, so this is probably me being a bit naive, because I'm sure most people do this, but I'm like, Heffy Doodle is a doodle by Heffy. I am Heffy. It may be one day that I just physically cannot do everything, and I have to get another illustrator to do the illustrations. But for now, Heffy Doodle is a doodle by Heffy, so I'm certainly not going to go down that route for a freebie in a magazine, which I have no kickback from. All right, so I used some Catherine Pooler inks to stamp these. I don't know whether you saw, I was too busy blethering, that I inked up the green one, first of all, with a light coloured green. And then I came in over at the edges with a slightly darker coloured green, and it kind of gives a two-tone effect, which is so fun. I believe in this method of going over things until we get it right. The brain adjusts to repetition. Yeah, it's like anything. I also think if you want something enough, then do it. And I also think that there's a lot of misconception about like, oh, it's over glamorized, the whole card making industry. And in fact, the what's her name, Justine Hovey, I knew that one was not sticky enough. Justine Hovey did a video series, or like a Q&A thing, and it talked about, like, I want to be a card designer, and sort of the myths behind being a card designer and what people think. And I actually was really glad that she did that, because she dispelled a lot of myths that people think that it's easy and that it just happens. And that's not the case, guys. That is not the case. Okay, we've got 2 little tree trunkies. Is there a crafty degree? Says Nancy. No, I don't think so. Well, the thing is, there's a lot. So over here in the UK, there's loads of craft. Okay. Hopefully that's us sorted for now. Because these ones are coming up as fully charged now. Whoop, whoop. That was my own fault because normally we have them charging all day and I got distracted by a puppy. It happens, dude. Okay, so we've got some palm trees going on over here. And we wanted a crab or something. Is this a crab? I don't know whether that's a crab or not. I want a nice sentiment to go with it. Let me see what I can see. I've got a crab here. That's a lobster. Candy's like, that's a lobster. I think it's a lobster. I think you're right. This is a crab. We could have a crab and a lobster. Couldn't we? Maybe a sand castle. Let me get my good old trusted method of figuring out things. So we could go for something like this. And maybe we go for some sloppy joes. For some sand. This one doesn't want to stay. All right, okay. And we could have our palm trees, sort of like this. Obviously my idea that I had has gone completely out the window. And I need some water now. just do like a horizon, maybe, with some water on it. See the line where the sun, you see? I might do some clouds back there. I'm not sure yet. Don't think you want that guy. Let me move up there a wee bit. Maybe we have a bucket and spade. Been sitting around somewhere. Would be cute. And maybe a little crab and a lobster. Can you do a crab and a lobster? Maybe we could do a interactive card. That would be fun. It's been a while since, 10 past 11 though. Ambitious. Especially for somebody who has to get up at 2, 4, and 6 at the weekend. We can put him in there. Let's just try anyway. All right. So I'm going to first of all cut a panel from using my imperial rectangles. I'm going to run it through my Gemini, so it's going to be a bit noisy, dudes. I'm really not sure I'm ever going to get used to that noise. And I'm going to cut it again like this so that I have another panel ready to use. Lost out again? And everything seems on. The puppy is now wide awake. All right, I think we're just catching up. It's getting the world to appreciate your efforts. We live in a world with nothing above £1 in the UK. That's very, very true. I think you are 100% correct there. I've had this conversation with like my mom and stuff. Well, mostly my sister, because she was like, you should create cards for a living. And it's like, okay, let's do some maths, people. Let's forget for a second that most people don't actually send birthday cards and stuff anymore, but let's pretend that they do. Most people, especially in the UK, they're going to send a card, they'll just buy a bulk pack of cards. And like you said, so maybe you get a pack of 15 or you get a pack of 10 for £1 in Poundland or something. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at what point are people going to then turn around and be like, I'm going to actually pay you for the time that you've spent on this card? And let's not forget that craft supplies cost money. Thumbs up for you, Lesley, says Mark. Thanks, dude. Okay, we've got 2 layers here, for want of a better word. Panels. So one's going to go here. One's going to go behind, like this. And then we're going to do a C line. Oh, actually, it's done this wrong way around. We wanted one to go up top. And that's right. I think that's more realistic, since realism is what we're going for here. And then this is going to go like this. And we're going to ink up a sky up there. I think the comments are doing that thing where it kind of gets confused and then shows us like old comments. Probably should have been shown previously, but wasn't. So I'll take a piece of cardstock and pull that down into 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we'll use this for our assembly. So this is going to be our sky. It's really hard for you guys to see at the moment. I'm going to zoom you in so you can kind of see some of the whiteness changing. This is going to be our C at the top here. And then we're going to have beach. Hey, baby. Hiya. Hello. I saw the light on and I thought maybe you'd gone outside to do a pee-pee. Did you do one too, Ranger? Ranger, come over here. Hey, baby. How you doing? Good. Good boy. Kiss again. Good boy. Got well trained. Even Craig doesn't do that. Come on in a bit closer so people can see you. Hi, everybody. Some people have been asking about you. Have you been snoozing? They're just going to see floof if they go there.
90% floof.
I think so. Hey, what you been doing? Ranger, look at me. Good boy. Oh, you good boy. You've been doing such good training. Have you been sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
So tiring, isn't it?
I don't want to be here.
You're kind of shy. Oh, I've got bloop on my face now. All right, so we've got sky up here, we've got sea down here, and we've got 2 sands. So here's the question for you guys. Think carefully. Are we going to go for some ink blending? Are we going to go for some ink smooshing? Or are we going to go for some watercolors? You decide. And while you decide that, I'm going to stamp some stuff. Somebody did say, Mark says, why don't you use a dinosaur? That's a good idea. Should we do a dinosaur? I'm gonna ink these anyway, so that I know what everybody's thinking. Do a dinosaur at the beach? Do you like a dinosaur with a beach ball? That sounds very funny. Little T-Rex. Or Dino playing with a bucket in speed building a sandcastle. Hilarious. Let's do a couple of these. And then we can figure it out. If we do a dinosaur, are we going to put little swimming trunks on him? Candy votes smooshing. Riri says all of the... Riri is like, if you have to pick one. We could do a, on my way to 7-Eleven, anyone want a big gulp? Is that like a big thing of like soda, like what we would call like fizzy juice or pop? Do you guys call it pop? I think we've had this conversation before. I want one. Is there iced tea? That's what I want. Blending then, she says. We can do ink blending and smooshing. It's just not going to work very well to do ink blending and watercoloring. Or we can do watercoloring, which is smooshing. Okay, so we've got some people saying watercoloring the images. This is not watercolor cardstock though, ever. So it won't work very well. So we could do coloring pencils. We could do coloring pencils, we could do markers. To be fair, it's probably getting late, so I might just do flat colors of markers. And take it from there. This one is called, can you see what it's called? Sandcastle. So, it's actually quite pink for something that's supposed to be sandcastle color. Yeah. Garlic clove. Garlic clove is my favorite. I said I was going to do flat color, and then I started doing like shady bits. Standard Lesley. So I'll add a little bit of darker brown in certain areas. Blend it out a little bit. It's like wet sand. Oh no, not again. Oh, that one's okay. That one's okay. Okay, I'm hearing no sound. Or I mean, I'm seeing people saying that there's no sound, but everything looks fine on the end of batteries. So I'm wondering, it's playing catch up. Yeah, I think it's probably playing catch up. All right, to get some sort of sand textures, I'm gonna take my pens and do some like stippling. So pounce it up and down to get some of these textures on here. And don't forget, there's sand in the bucket. Oh, I put these all in order. And then we want a crab, which are we doing crabs or are we doing, we're gonna do dinosaur? Should we do dinosaur? I don't have any greens. And everybody knows that this guy is going to be green. Dinos. What have I got over here? Light and then dark. Let's go for dark first of all. And then light. And then mid-tone. And then, oops, dark. And then light. And then midtown. And then light, and then this one has like a lighter green again. And I'm going to give him a couple of little spots as well. So he has some texture. Can you see him? You want a crab and lobster as well as a dino? They may be slightly out of proportion, although who's to say that dinos really were big? Maybe they were the size of a lobster. I've done it again. I think I made this mistake before, that lobsters are actually blue, aren't they, before they're cooked? Or like a purpley blue or something. Just gonna have to make this work. Just get carried away by the fact that they're so delicious. Lobsters can get pretty big. That's also very true. He's like, throw the ball to me. I love him. Mr. Crab, you can be red. He got sunburned. Yeah, for sure. This guy is cute. Nice. I really like that color combo. So it's plum tomato, tiger lily, and pink grapefruit for him. We'll give it a bit darker legs. Fabulous, fabulous. We're gonna put them all on it. The lobster looks so cute. You say, oh, thanks. And we need a starfish. That's a little sweet vanilla. But I'm actually going to come in with a little touch of lemon drops on there. 401. And what colors are other? Wasn't there a horror movie with a giant lobster? I have no idea. What colors are Diplodocus going to be? Should he be pink? Let's do a pink. Pink and purple. I've used this cantaloupe color over the top of one of the other pinks. It's making the previous pink go quite luminescent. I'll give him some stippling to help blend the colors as well. Gonna let that sit for a bit, see how much it blends in, and then if it's still quite intense, those spots will blend over the top. So I'm just gonna let it dry because pink and purples tend to be really, really rude. They tend to be really rude. They bleed a lot. Blue. Are they Nouveaux? Yes, these are called Nouveau alcohol markers. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Can you see them? My head's in the way. I'm liking them. They are a much cheaper alternative to Copics, and they do the job. There's not as many colors, for sure. But I like them. They don't bother me. I don't know whether this guy's gonna make the cut because he's a wee bit bright at the moment. Maybe we could cover him in a purple and see what happens, but he may just turn out just like this guy. Might be too close. Dino beach party! A beach party with dinos and crab and lobster. That's what the card will be most likely, says Ruby. Hey Vanessa. I'm not sure what this guy should be. Should he be brown? I feel like he's gonna be, maybe he needs to be like a yellow. Let's see. Let me see. What if we did him like a skin tone color? Is that going to be too close to the color of the sand? It might be, but we can darken it up. All right, there's another tri-blend here that's called Tan Blend. He is cute. I'm gonna try and do some like little lines on his collar thing, whatever it's called. It looks like a little bit of definition, really. is cute. I like him. Mark says, lovely dog. Ah, thank you. I love him. Okay, we've got quite a party happening over here. It's 20 to midnight, so do you have to assemble the card now and fussy cut all of these, or die cut all of them? Let's see what we can do. Well, I've not done this guy's belly. Okay, I'm going to move them out of the way. So I have somewhat a little bit of space. Okay. Dinus, first of all. Oh, loads of comments are coming through now. I'm sorry, guys. I know I asked you to give me ideas, and then by the time the comments pop up on my screen, I've already done it. This one I haven't coloured in yet. The dots, I mean. Let's see if he's going to make the cut first of all. Boom. Boom. Oops, he moved a little bit. All right. Mr. Crab, come on up, come on up. When was the last time you guys went to a beach party? We didn't get to the beach at all last year. Well, did we? Am I lying? No, we didn't get to the beach at all last year in the UK. We went to the beach in Italy, but I'm not sure that counts. Because, you know, that's kind of why you go to places like Italy. I don't think we had the weather for it last year. I think the weather was all pretty rubbish. Vanessa says December beach fire. What? Ruby says she has never been to a beach party before. I'm far in the bush out back in Australia, 5 to 6 hours away from the beach. I don't think we've really been to a beach party before. Oh, well, technically a few years ago, Friends of ours, actually, Elizabeth, she is originally from California, so she loves the beach. And her daughter Juliet, her birthday is on the 31st of August. And she said, oh, for Juliet's birthday, we're going to go to the beach. So we did that. And she said there's going to be a sandcastle building competition. So Craig and I brought like a big like paint bucket kind of container, empty, obviously, so that we could use that. And we bought loads of like cups and stuff, and straws, so that we could try and create different shapes. Mostly for the kids though, but we took it serious. Okay, we're getting there. Oh no, wrong way. Right, guys, we're gonna have to just get super inky with this because otherwise we ain't gonna have time. I'm getting tired already. Got a little salty ocean and blueprint sketch. I think that's gonna do us quite nicely. Looks like a salty ocean would work. Can you even see? No, not really. So I'm not going to see all of this. I'm not going to worry too much about it. But that is some salty ocean, which is obviously what you need to use if you're creating a card about the ocean, for sure. And my fingers are gonna get so blue. Told ya. I'm blue, da ba dee da da. So then what we want to do is we're gonna go smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Let me get some acetate. No, not like get some acetate. Let me get a bag. So a bag like this. I'm gonna tap a little bit of my salty ocean on there. And a little bit of blueprint sketch. And then I've got a spritzer with some water in it. I'm going to just mix that up a little bit. And smoosh. So, yeah. Too much smoosh. I'm going to hit it with my heat tool, hold on tight. All right, so you probably saw there that I inked up my plastic bag again. It's just a little Ziploc bag. Inked it up with some of the darker tones, the Blueprint Sketch. Spritzed it and then applied that so that I have this fun kind of splatter effect on there. So I'm going to move on to my beach. And for that, I want to have a what exactly? Antique linen, I think I'm going to go for. And I think I need like some tea dye or something. I think this one's going to be a little bit too dark, but let's see what we can do. So we've got 2 of these this time. Antique linen. This looks too dark, but in fact, it'll probably do. I've not got time to be fussy. Do you guys have plans for the weekend? Anything exciting happening? Oh, it looks like I'm in the ocean, look. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. Put this to the side. Still going to use my spritzer. Ooh, Fantastic Crafts says, it's my birthday weekend. Happy birthday. That's exciting. Oops. I've got a fan brush here. I was actually just looking for a big paintbrush, but I don't have one nearby, so I was going to tap it off. So this will do for now to get a little bit of texture in here. And then we'll wash this out. So the real question is, what kind of cake are you going to get? Are you a cake kind of person? This is a little bit of vintage photo. I'm trying to find a bigger paintbrush. They've all ran away. Oh, here's one that might work. Ooh, a Wonder Woman red velvet. Nice. So hopefully you can see, you guys, I've mixed some of these 2 colors together, and I've got just a cheapo paintbrush here. And I'm flicking some of this color on so I get a variety of splatters. And this is kind of easier if you have a wetter brush. So I'm dipping it, you might not be able to hear, you can hear it there. I'm dipping it into a tub of, well, not so clean water. And then I get a brown finger from my troubles. Fantastic Craft says, do I have any plans? Well, Craig heads off skiing tomorrow, so he's off tomorrow. We'll say cheerio with him. I don't really actually have any plans. Did you cut this out using a die? Yes. So for these ones, first of all, I cut out a rectangle using the Heffy Doodle Imperial Stitch Rectangle die. So this actual size is 5.5 by 4.25. And then I used the Heffy Doodle Stitched Slopey Joe's border dies to cut them into slopes. Slopey Joe's. Okay, I'm gonna hit this with a heat tool very quickly. I shall mute you up, dudes. Okay, that still needs a little bit of drying, but we need to get assembling because it's bedtime for me. Oh, we never did the sky. What's our sky gonna be, guys? Shall it be daytime? Shall it be nighttime? Shall it be sunset? Maybe let's somewhat assemble. Ooh, I also wanted to say that another fun way to get texture is if you're watercoloring, use salt. I know it sounds so weird, but the salt kind of wicks away the water and leaves a really cool finish. Right, let's try and assemble some of this stuff. I've got a nice sandcastle over here, like a big dino in the background. The good things with doing these layers is that you can kind of work with the aspect ratio, because this dino is far away, so he is big, and this is a big castle. And then, but he's left his bucket here, so you know it's a bit closer. And this guy could be over here. This guy's like, "Hey, dude, did you see this sandcastle? It's awesome." And we've got trees happening. Trees are in the distance. Because it is. Oh, guys, I think it's looking awesome. He's like, this is such fun, but I'm a little sunburned. Okay, let's go for a bit of a sky. I don't know if anybody has any suggestions. Oh, sunset. Well, yeah, we could go for a bit of a sunset. Let's go for some pink. Some picked raspberry, some dried marigold, and some mustard seed. Mustard seed, picked raspberry, dried marigold. There's not much colouring space here, so I shall start with my dried marigold in the middle and work my way out. So this should be a little bit more muted because it is distress inks, not distress oxides. So it's not going to be as like creamy application, but we're fine with it. Distress inks are my original love anyway. A little bit of yellow to one side. And I'm going to come back in with my marigold. And then I'm going to flip it over. Just get rid of my moist work surface. And add a little picked raspberry down here. Yeah, so it's Piper's birthday next weekend. And, oh, I should probably mention that my mum and dad are coming to visit next Friday. So I'm probably going to be doing my stream earlier in the week. But I also don't have a Craig to help me set things up. So I'm hoping that everything goes smoothly. Was that mustard seed? Yes, it was. Mustard seed, dried marigold, and picked raspberry. There we go. So then the real question is, do we do pink at the top coming down? Or do we do pink at the bottom? Something like that. Off camera. What do you think? Fantastic Craft says, what's your streaming schedule? I try to do every Friday night at 9 p.m. UK time. And right now it's just gone midnight UK time. So I've been streaming for 3 hours. But you need to check out what that is for you guys. What do you think? Pink at the top or pink at the bottom? I think, is it pink at the bottom looks better? Pink at the top. Maybe pink at the top. Either way, guys, we need to commit. Saturday mornings for Riri in Aussie land. What? Lol. I'm in the US. It's late afternoon for us now, she says. Yes, I think most people say that it's like when they're just coming home from work or something. Okay. So this one is going to go here, but we're going to raise that guy up. Get some dimension on this card. Like this. And then this one, I'm going to raise up the top section, but only slightly. So I'm going to get one of those slightly skinnier ones, like this. We'll put a strip of adhesive along the bottom. So this one goes like this. This one really doesn't matter where it goes as long as you can't see it on either side. So let's remove all of these guys. Do we have a sentiment for this? Nancy says, oh, Reese says go live with Miss Piper this week. You know, it's going to be hard this week because we've got puppy. And like our schedule is very much around who can be on puppy monitoring duty. But when Craig comes back, we can probably schedule that in. Okay, so you might not be able to see that, but there's a bit of dimension there, but then it's flat at the bottom. And someone says, what is that foam roll? This is a foam roll from a company. Ruth actually asked about this earlier, or earlier this week. It's from a company called Tapes to Go. I think that's right. And it's in the UK. And I got some. Ruth's in Northern Ireland, which is the same like collection of islands, but they were going to charge her a ridiculous amount of postage to get some. So I'm actually looking into it. I'm wondering whether we can get some foam tape for the Heffy Doodle store. Okay, so liquid glue to adhere the tree trunk of the smallest palm tree. 1 mil foam pads for the leaves of this guy. 1 mil. And we're going to go 2 mil for this. Ray says, I miss seeing her face and sending her emojis. Well, she kind of got in a bit of trouble after that. Well, she didn't get in trouble, but after, like, she gets super excited and distracted by the emojis, which is fine because she's 7. But it doesn't really make for good streaming and people watching the playback. I feel bad for them. Okay, 2 mil on this one. Hopefully I've left enough room back there for some dinosaurs. There we go. This is fun. So we've got a dinosaur here building a sandcastle. And we'll do the same. We'll build up the dimension so it's flat against the sand at the bottom here. Come on. You're nearly done. Keep going. And then a little bit of dimension at the top so that it's in line with what we've already applied here. Same with Mr. Dino Time. Give him one of these on top. Maybe 2. Oops, maybe 3. There we go. And this is going to be over here. There we go. And then we have Mr. Crab over here being like, hey, this is so cool. Oh, this is Mr. Lobster, actually. I'm going to stick him straight down. Come on. And I think I'll put a starfish over here now. You know, I don't think there's going to be room for these others. I mean, we could put the dino over here, but it messes with the aspect ratio. Come on, you sausage. Should I put this in here? Cut him off. Let's see if we can change his color slightly. So we've got pink. Maybe what we can do is add a bit of mint to it. Let's see what happens. I'll do it down here. Kind of makes it a peculiar color. I think that looks better. Yes, make it fit, somebody says. Here comes Craig to be like, where are you? You need to go to bed because you have to get up for a puppy. I know. I'm going to lift up this one. Put that in here. He looks like he's smiling. Cut the dino. To cut the tree as well. So do we want another dino over here is the question. We can make him like behind this one. Just bear in mind, guys, sometimes less is more. What do you think? I kind of like the two trees, the way that they are there. They are over there. Maybe this guy could be like poking his head in. I can hear my boy. Hello. What's the matter? Hey, buddy. No, not coming into the craft room. Obviously, we need to work on the trust of the craft room. Do you think he's just in a bad mood because I've not been paying him any attention for the last 3 hours? He's like, I have come to expect constant attention from you. All right. Okay, guys, there's no sentiment on this one because I think we've taken up most of the real estate on this card. And also we have monopolized my 20 more minutes of my Saturday that I'm not going to get back. So let me grab the other cards. Actually, let me grab this first of all. So we have a nice background for our photo finish. Oh, sorry. We'll get there in the end. Here we go. Here's our party. Party at the beach. Whoop, whoop. Do you like it? And where's our other 2 cards? That one's up there. Oh, I do this all the time. We've got our little koala. Koala. Put him up here like this. Is he gonna stay? He doesn't want to stay. Try this. That'll work. And the pièce de résistance. Hiya. Hi, Ranger. Coming in? Hello, buddy. Hello, sweetheart. It's a bit wet out there, isn't it? Come on in. Oh, yeah. Oh, big bad wet outside. Sorry, dudes. I really don't want to touch that with a brush in case it's not fully dry, but you'll get the idea. Anyway, there we go. 3 cards, 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 1 wet dog. Hey, puppy. All right, guys. Loving it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you next time. Let's hope I can go to sleep super fast and get some shut-eye. Thanks for all your help in getting these cards done tonight. I hope you had fun. I did. Bye. Good night.